What's going on, guys? Today I'm going to be showing you how I find products on Amazon that have made me over $10,000 a month in profit, not revenue, profit. Now these products range from a variety of different things. There's no one niche that's amazing. They're very random, very obscure things, but there is a certain strategy I use in order to find them and weed out all the bad products. There's millions and tens of millions of products on Amazon. So how do you go through them all? How do you sort through them, filter through them, and know what will sell well and what won't? I'm about to show you how I found these products, so let's just jump right into this. So how do you find these products that make a big number of profit when it comes to selling on Amazon? Now, there's a lot of different strategies you can use in order to find products. There's not one method where you use this method or nothing else. There's a lot of different strategies. So there's a couple factors we need to look at before we dive into this. We need to know, one, how much is the product selling? Two, we need to know the competition. So how many sellers or how do we gauge the competition? Three, we need to make sure we can differentiate ourselves. And when I say that, I mean, what can we offer different to that market or that specific product? Can we add something? Can we make it better somehow? How are we gonna stand out? Next thing we need to look at is the profit. How much are we gonna be making? How much does it cost to source this product? How much are the Amazon fees, etc. Now, those are the main things we're really going to be looking at. Now, there's many tools that help with this. The one I'm going to be using is called AMZ Scout or May Scout. I will leave a link to it in the description. Yes, it's an affiliate link, but there's a lot of different tools out there. They all are relatively similar. Some just have different features. I've been really liking this one recently. And what it does is it'll pull up all the data for a specific niche. So for example, on my screen right now, I just searched up taco holder. So if I search up taco holder, I press their Chrome extension right here, it pulls up all of the data for this product. So you can see, we see all the product names, we see the category, the brands, etc. The two things we are really gonna look at with this tool are going to be, one, the sales, and two, the number of reviews so we can gauge competition. Now, what we're looking for when doing Amazon product research, the whole idea of this is we want a product that is selling decently well with low competition, because our whole goal is to rank our product on the first page for a certain keyword. Now, choosing keyword is a whole nother topic. I have a video on that, on how to choose the correct keyword, but choosing the right keyword, you want to search the most broad thing you can to find that product. So for example, I'm searching taco holder. I could search up stainless steel taco holder for parties. If I type that in, it's gonna pull up different information. Again, there's a whole separate video if you guys wanna watch that. I have that on my channel. So what we're looking at here, first thing is the sales. Some of my criteria I use is I want the majority of the first page, let's just say the top 12 or 15 listings, to meet however many sales I personally want to get. So let's say I want to make $2,000 in profit a month. And we'll say I plan on making $10 profit per unit, so I need to sell 200 units a month. Now, if we go over under sales, we can see how many units these listings are selling per month. So first guy's 29, next guy's 234, and so on, and you can see. So this one is a little spread out. We see, normally I'll want at least 3/4 of the first page to be over 200 sales or whatever my criteria is. And for this one, it looks a little spotty. There's some big sales in here, and there's also some lower ones. So this looks like a little bit of a spotty product as far as sales go. Now let's look at the reviews. Is it too competitive? So we have 9 reviews, 48 reviews, 13 reviews, 188, 557, and so on. So reviews are kind of how you gauge competition with Amazon. If you have 3 reviews and someone else has 500 and all other factors are equal, they're gonna rank above you. There's a lot of different factors when it comes to ranking a product on Amazon. The main factor is how many sales you're getting. That is by far the biggest one. Conversion rates come into play, how many reviews you have, how good the reviews are, so average rating and whatnot. But to make it simple, we're gonna look at the overall number of reviews. And normally, a good rule of thumb is if you want to rank, you think you can get 10 reviews, even if you have 5, 10 reviews, you can still sell a product well. You want to see, again, like 30% of the market not be over 75 to 100 reviews. So if I see multiple reviews where it's 111, 775, 555, 188, that kind of scares me. It says, okay, those are big listings. They have a lot of reviews. They probably have a lot of dominance in the market, because you got to think of it from a buyer's perspective. If you see a listing with 5 reviews versus 500 and everything else looks the same, which are you going to buy? Obviously, the one with 500, if it has good reviews, it has more credibility. So that, as far as reviews go and competition, that is really what we're looking at. So let's just say we want 7 of the top 12 listings to be over 200 sales and 7 of the top 12 listings to be under 75 to 100 reviews. Now, one other thing we're gonna look at right here is brand. Now, you're gonna see a bunch of different brands, but sometimes you'll see the same name brand repeated over and over multiple times. So again, we're gonna take the first page, or we'll just say the top 12 listings or so, and we're gonna make sure that there's not one brand that has more than 3 listings in the top 12. Because if, let's say, 5 of the top 12 listings were from one brand or one company, that means they are known in that market. They have either customer trust with that niche, or they're a known name, and they would be hard to compete against because we don't know where they're getting traffic and that they already have that established presence as a company in that niche. So that is something to watch out for as well. So let's see if we have any repeats here. So it doesn't really look like we have any. California Home Goods, California Basics. So this looks fine as far as brands go. These two, they look similar, they're the same. They're not the same. So brands, as far as this go, this does not look brand dominated. Now category, I do not look at really at all. It's mainly the sales and the reviews. So what you can do is you can go through and you can search through either different product niches, different categories on Amazon. You can search random products and go from there and pull up these numbers for that keyword. There's also other tools where they have databases you can go through and then use this Chrome extension to pull up the numbers and see what's going on. One other thing we want to look at is the price. We don't want to be selling items and making a $1 profit. That's not worth our time. We want to be making, I'd say, a minimum of $7 profit per unit. So I generally say I want the average price to be between $15 and $50. $15 just because that's usually where $7 profit maxes out. Anything lower, it's very hard with fees and just buying the product and shipping to get a profit over that. And the reason I say cap out kind of at 50 unless you're more advanced is because anything over that, 1, it's a large investment for a first product. 2, people have to think more about buying it. They might have to consult a spouse or a parent, whatever it be, and actually think about buying it, whereas things cheaper than $50 are easy, normally one-click purchases, very fast. So that is something we want to look for. And again, the same rule of thumb, 7 out of 12 listings we want in that price range. You will have some like this one is $9.95, this one's $3.99, and normally it's either a slightly different product or just a, let's say they normally come in a set of 3, it's just 1 unit of it. So that is another thing we want to be looking at. The next thing I always look at, you can come up on the right here and just click, is the average sales trend. So over the last couple days, months, how well has this certain item been selling? So under this keyword, this is the sales history on average for the keyword taco holder. So under here, you can see it's slowly been growing. Now, one thing to keep in mind, it is almost Christmas. Is that the reason this is growing? Probably, but as a market in a whole, it looks like it's been pretty stable before that. So that is another thing I want to look at. You want to make sure that it wasn't super low, it spikes, and it's on the decline. As long as it's not on the decline, you are pretty much good to go when it comes to this. Now, let's see if this product is profitable. Now, how do we know if it's profitable? Well, we're going to pull up 2 different things. So we are going to pull up, 1, the profit calculator right here under this listing, which will be second actually. First thing we're going to do is click find on Alibaba, which is where you source products mainly. There's other ones like DHgate, but Alibaba is mainly where you source your products from. So what we're going to do here, we can see it searched this image for us, and sometimes it will not pull up the exact products. So we just type in taco holder stands or whatever your main keyword is here. And let's see what the average price of. So set of 2, set of 4, 150, 130 a piece, So we'll say 150 set of 2 is gonna be our product cost, and let's just say we'll add 50 cents for shipping. So I'm gonna do is come over and click on profit calculator. Again, this is all through AMZ Scout. And let's say we're gonna sell at $17.99. We know our product cost is gonna be $2 with shipping. And let's say additional per unit cost, we'll say we wanna put our logo on it, a UPC code, so we'll just put an extra 30 cents there. Now the product weight we can already see in product size. That is how the Amazon FBA fees are calculated. So with Amazon FBA, obviously, you are shipping your product straight from your supplier to an Amazon warehouse, and they charge a fee for storing it, shipping out when people order it, so you're never touching it. So that is where that fee comes from. And you can see the pick and pack fee, so just the entire FBA fee, is $509, which is calculated off of the product size and the product weight. And $270 is the referral fee, which is just 15% of the sale price or $1, whichever is higher. So 15% of $18. And we can go down here and we can see the total fees and the total profit. So if we sell at $17.99, we can get this product for $2 a piece. Our profit per unit will be $7.85. So that is pretty good. That's a 43% net margin, as you can see right down here. And it shows you what your ROI is. Now this is saying if we sell 29 units a month. Now, if we were going after a product, we would think we would be selling more. So let's say we sold 200. Well, that's gonna be over $1,500 in profit plus our initial investment back. So you just made $1,500 in profit selling those 200 units in 1 month. So that is where the kind of the math comes in when knowing what you want your parameters to be when searching for products and what to really look for. Let's say I wanted to start searching for different products. Maybe I don't want a taco holder. Well, I can search up other keywords and I can filter down here and I can use different parameters to pull up the listings I want to see. Maybe I want to see the ones of these that are selling well or in a certain price range. So maybe I want the price from $15 to $50. We'll leave the rank and pretty much everything else blank except for number of reviews. We want the max reviews, we'll say to be 80, and minimum we'll just put 5 reviews. Estimated sales, we want a minimum of 200, maximum we don't care, and hide sponsored, which is just people paying for a sponsored listing, so they rank for certain keywords, they're paying to be there. We want to know organic traffic. So I apply this and it'll pull up everything that meets that criteria. And we can see only 4 listings in this niche for this product, the taco holder, meet that. So it's probably not a good idea to start a product like this. Sales look a little shaky, a little bit low. Yes, I think you could rank on the first page for this taco holder product, but I do not think it's gonna be a long-term product, something you wanna stay with. And with the lower price point, the lower profit, it would be something I'd kind of stay away from, especially because it's a little heavier. It's like 2.5 pounds. Shipping could get a little more expensive, but that's pretty much the criteria and kind of the filters I use when I'm doing product research, just kind of the basic first sweep of finding products. Now, I do have more methods where I do go more in depth with product research, trying different kind of filters, different kind of sneaky ways, like how you can do product research on Alibaba or by spying on competitors, and just some fun little other ways that I found success with, and a lot of my students have as well. So if you guys got some value from this video, make sure you click the like button, you subscribe, and in the description, the second link will be a link to a free Amazon training. So if you do want to go through that, it'll teach you kind of step by step how you can start your own Amazon business, and kind of how I did. I've had thousands of students go through that and find some great results with it. So again, completely free. It's a mini course. It's the first link, second link in the description, and make sure you guys subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.